Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here in the Stinger S4, and this is a very beautifully modeled aircraft inside and out. I think it was developed by a video game developer, so we're going to jump inside this aircraft, check it out, take it for a test flight, and I got a really cool surprise about this airplane that we're going to do during the test. So let's get into it. All right. So just by taking a look on the inside of this plane, just how beautifully modeled it is. Look at this. It's not a photograph. It's actually a um, video game developer. So I think it's a video of, if I'm correct. I don't know 100%, but super cool. It comes with this little iPad as well. As you can see here, a couple of different features. Pilot cover. Let's see what that does. Chalks. So you get some wheel chalks. Pilot cover. Oh, okay, so that is to tint and untint the windows. So you can untint the windows, I believe, right? Oh, okay, no, that's just the animation of the pilot. Okay. We got electrical FAL. So you could set all different types of things on here as well. Oh, that's super cool. They have landing gear type, wheels and tires, fail, brakes. So you can have failures with this aircraft as well. So if you're doing a flight, you can fail check it and see how good you do, which is pretty cool. Also, I think the stage you leave it in is the stage it comes in. So that's really cool features, cool iPad. I mean, this plane, for the amount of money it is and how it is, super, super cool aircraft here. Select center leak. You can have a leak. Man, that is really cool. And it has a really in-depth information about the aircraft. What like, so if anything does go wrong, you have a whole list of options to correct the situation accordingly. Super, super cool. Use PMSG5. Oh, so you can even have a different iPad, but it doesn't have that available yet. So that's cool. They're going to have that, most likely, is why it's in there. Maybe they'll do a development and put that in later on, which is a super cool feature as well. All right, let's see. Let's stow that. Let's see some of the animations here. Open. You can open the cover of the aircraft there as well. Oh, that's super cool, huh? So how do we close it is the question. It's a little bit scratched up on the glass, I guess, to give it a little bit of a used application, which is pretty cool to see. Now if I could figure out how to close it. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. Let me get a thumbnail in there, right? We might need a little bit of lighting different, right? There we go. That's pretty cool. Is that good? Or this side? Alright, that should do it for the thumbnail, I guess. This plane is so cool. Alright, let's go ahead inside and we'll get it started and take it for a test flight, and then I'll show you that bit of surprise we have. We have a little bit of luggage room back there, as you can see. Pretty cool inside. Two-seater aircraft. Side stick. Oh, and another cool feature is this little foot thing. You can actually move the pedals forward and back depending on how tall you are, which is a pretty cool feature to have in a plane that obviously is not a real plane inside. So look, and that looks like heated seats as well. You see a lot of carbon fiber in this aircraft, so it's super light, super cool aircraft. Alright, let's go ahead and put the fuel select to on. And we'll get this plane up and running. This little lever here is super cool. This is what I'm going to show you at the end of the video. Or, well, after we do some flight test, we're going to try that out. That is actually a parachute that you can pull, and it will have a full animation of that and bring you down to the ground. So we're going to test that out today as well in this video. So stay tuned for that. Alright, let's start it up. First things first, put on the battery, and we'll get the avionics up. These are the lights here. We'll let them know. We'll put the nav on, and guess we can stick the beacon on. Okay. Let me make sure we have. This is auto fuel input, but I believe the prop you can automatic control still. So you're only going to really need the prop and the fuel. I mean the power. The fuel select automatically does it through the aircraft itself. We have a nice little autopilot as well, and of course these beautiful Grumman avionics. So let's start it up. Let's see how it sounds.
Newark ground Liberty 757
brakes
ready
off.
to taxi straight out departure with Quebec.
Liberty 757 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 22 right via taxiway uniform Bravo Zulu. Contact tower
I
on
gotta
one
set the
tree
brake here.
05 when ready.
Taxiing
I don't know what
hold short
happened with
runway
that.
22.
Let me just make sure the flight controls are correct. Yep.
Right, using taxiway uniform Alpha
So,
Zulu Kilo Liberty
The
757.
brakes were not set. Doesn't look like I have a brake select in here. That's the choke. Well, doesn't look like there's a brake. Whoa, 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 we tipped it. It's super light, so. Huh. I wanted to see if there's a brake in here. There's gotta be a brake in here somewhere. I just don't know where. Huh. Well, anyway. Sounds pretty good too, this plane. Alright, let's go ahead and put a little bit of idle in. It's kind of light, so I guess we don't really need too much. We are in York right now, right outside of New York. So let's go to the runway and we'll take off. And so far, I can tell you it's very agile and light, so you want to be careful when you're turning it. As you can see in the beginning, when I was turning it, I almost tipped it over because it's very, very light. We have flaps on this. Set them for takeoff here. I feel like if we go any faster, we'll wind up taking off. I'm going to do a little bit of a fast taxi here. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. However, I'm doing it to help the video go a little bit faster here. There's the flaps under there. Really nice aircraft. It comes with a bunch of different liveries. We'll check that out at the end of the video here. We're just going to get to the end of the runway. We're going to fly, test it out a little bit, see how it handles, see how it performs under some stalls, and just, you know, try to land it and see how that feels. And then we'll do the final test with the parachute and see how that looks.
Newark Tower Liberty 757 at Runway 22 right.
The
ready
Stinger
for departure,
S4.
Straight out departure.
This is I was watching a YouTube video about a guy who did a review on this, which made me interested in it, because I usually like the planes with gear up and gear down. It's a little bit more fun, but I saw this plane and I saw the review, and it just made me want this aircraft. So I wanted to try it out. I think it's a really cool plane though, I gotta say. Alright, here we go. Let's put throttle all the way in there. That's 70 knots. I think we can pull back on this thing there. There we go. And we're up. Now, it's not the fastest plane, but it is a great aircraft. Nevertheless, flaps coming up. Okay, we'll just turn out here. This is another great plane to go sightseeing with, too. It has a great view. Really nice view. If you don't mind, you know, cruising around at a slow rate, this is the plane for you, you know. Let's go over towards the Hudson here, and we'll start our stall test. We're at 7,000 feet, and we can even just show you the autopilot here. This is selected for 2,000, which we are headed up to. We'll just put autopilot on, and then we'll put vertical climb on. Okay, and then we'll increase it by 1,000 feet per minute, and then we'll put heading mode on, which let me just spin it around to where we're headed right now. Maybe towards the east here, and I'll hit heading mode. Boom, heading mode is on now, and we should see that coming in here, right? Did I put heading mode on? Oh, it automatically did. Okay, so that puts it. I'm going to do a turn towards the east with the heading mode on. So right now that's hands off. The plane's flying on autopilot. We're doing about 110 knots, and we're just about to hit 2,000 feet. Let's head over towards the Hudson here. There's New York skyline there. We're not going to go too far because I'm just going to do some testing here. We should be good with this altitude at this point, so let's begin our stall test. We'll go ahead and take that off. I'm just going to basically tilt the plane up and start bleeding off some of that airspeed, see how it handles in a stall here. So I'm going to keep increasing the angle of attack until we bleed off the airspeed here.
757 is type 4 miles southeast of Newark, 2,400 feet.
So this is a pretty cool plane, and it flies not too bad. I mean, this is a great plane to do some sightseeing with. Alright, we're about 75 knots, 73, 72, 60, 63, 59, 57.
Liberty 757 radar contact 5 miles southeast
Here we go,
of Newark,
40.
3,200 feet.
I'm holding up.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
It still doesn't want to stall here. I'm holding it back. I got it full power. I'm just going to keep increasing the angle here. See if I can... There we go. There's the stall warning there. Stick shake is shaking a lot too. That's pretty cool animation. I want to keep holding it back. It wants to drop the left wing. Holding it back. Oh, there it goes. Nose down. Wow. Alright, that's 3,700 feet. So we started to try to stall at 2,000 and it went all the way up to 3,000 feet. Alright, let's go ahead and try that again in the turn stall. This time I'll do it a little bit more aggressive. To the left here. There we go. I'm pulling back, and it's just dropping that left wing. Alright, let's let it pick up a little bit of airspeed. It's pretty cool. Plus, look at the view on here, huh? That's nice. That's not bad at all. You could really have a really good flight with this aircraft, and it's fairly quiet, which is super nice on the inside and on the outside. That's always a plus when you're flying these smaller aircrafts. Let's try a stall test to the left there. Shaking there. 30, 20, and it dropped. It doesn't really feel like it wants to drop at all, the wing. It really wants to stay stable, you know? So let's just try a really aggressive up. You might be able to even roll this thing all the way up and around, huh? Whoa. Yeah, check that out. We just did a loop in that. I wouldn't recommend it, but wow. I wonder if we can do a roll here. Let's try a roll. Whoa. Yeah, you can roll it too, but definitely probably not a maneuver you want to do with this one. I love this plane. This plane is actually really cool. Alright guys, you ready for the final one? First, let's take it back towards the airport here. If I can find it. Let me see where the city is. I gotta get my bearings. The airport should be behind us here. So let's turn back towards it. Autopilot is off, yeah. Alright, let's see what it looks like also while we're doing this in the dark. I don't know if we have any lighting in the dark though. You know what, let me put it back to day real quick and see if I can find the lights for the nighttime. Is there night lights here? Has a nearest airport one. What is this? Prop mode. Alright, there's a, should be the airport coming up to. Where's the lighting though? Is there lighting? Maybe there's not light. Maybe that's all the light that we get there. Alright, well, I don't know exactly where the lighting is, but we'll see what it looks like in the darker with all the lights on. There's the landing lights and everything. That's pretty cool. Landing lights off, landing lights on. So we got a little bit of strobe action with the landing lights off. Not bad. It's okay. It's, you know, fairly decent, I guess. Oops. We better hurry up and go back to daylight so we can see what we're doing here. Jeez. Alright. Definitely not anywhere near where I'm supposed to be. Okay. That is not the airport. Where are we? Oh, there, that is the airport in front of us, I'm sorry. Alright, so I do see it on the map there. Okay, we took that off. There we go, autopilot is off.
500.
Alright, let's come back around to the airport and we'll try to see how this thing lands. There's the airport there. We'll come in on the runway. We should be a little bit higher. We're 500 feet, which is not necessarily a good thing.
500.
We're just going to try a landing, and then we'll bring it back up in the air for our final test, and we'll try out that parachute, see how that goes. It's a really cool aircraft. I love it. Fun to fly, too.
500.
Fairly, a little bit nose heavy when you're going a little bit slower. Not much, though. But you probably trim that out and make it a lot easier on yourself if you're doing a longer flight. But you also have the autopilot, so if you want to chill out for a while and not hand fly it, you can. But this plane, I don't know, it's kind of fun to fly. Probably you would want to hand fly it. It's a good view too, right? Super cool. Alright, let's see how we do on the landing. Let's put a bit of flaps in. Coming in really quickly here. So let's just slow down. Use a lot of this runway for slowing. Put another notch of flaps in there. There we go. Now we're under 87 knots. I'm just going to keep taking some of the speed out here. Alright, here we go. Now we're looking good. There we go. Very nice. Alright, let's go back up in the air now. Above about 65 knots, and you can start pulling back on it. 63 knots. Alright, let's go ahead and bring it up again. And I'll show you guys the final thing here, where we're just going to float down. We're not going to go too high because I don't want to take too long.
757 is type 1 miles northeast of
Let's
Newark,
say
200 feet.
something goes wrong
Request
and we're
clearance to
flying
transition
here.
Bravo airspace.
You know, well, let me just turn it around.
757 New York approach. Squawk tree
Check this
105.
out. I think you guys are going to love this. We're not going to go too high here.
Liberty 757.
I'm just going to turn around on the airport so we have some room here.
Liberty 757 radar contact 1 miles northeast of Newark, 600 feet.
Now check this
Cleared
out.
through the Bravo airspace. Maintain own navigation.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, Liberty 757.
I'm going to bleed off some of this airspeed. Watch how cool this is, guys. Ready? Here we go. Parachute deployment time. Check that out. How cool is that, huh? That's it. Really neat to see, right? You can change the view if you want to see the parachute or not see the parachute. I like it with the parachute. That's so cool, huh? Oof. Yeah. How cool is that, huh? There you go. So if you have an emergency, it does a full animation and brings the plane down and shuts off the engine. Super cool feature to have. Let's go ahead and shut the plane down here. Although it's already shut down. And I love that feature about this plane. Now let's just check out the liveries and the airspeed, and we'll wrap this video up. But I highly recommend this plane. For the price, you can't even beat it. I think it's like $20 or 20. I believe it was like $25 or $20 for that aircraft. But wow, you really can't beat it for that price. I mean, it's super cool aircraft. These are all the liveries that come with it. It's what is that, 8, 9, 10, 11 different liveries. We just used, I believe, this one. This one looks cool as well, and this one. They all are pretty nice. And the plane is super functional. You can tint the window and untint it. You could do failures. You can leave it in the same state. Just a really cool plane for what it is. And the Stinger S4, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. You know. It has a cruise speed of 120 knots, a max altitude of 15,000 feet, 5-hour duration, and 800 nautical mile range. I love it. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I just want to let you know, if you ever go across this plane, totally worth it. Even just for pulling that parachute, it's super satisfying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye now.